Hi, and good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a great Friday and had a great week so far. We are just waiting on Vivi and Christian, who are our interns that are going to be joining us for this live. So just waiting for them to request to join, and then I will accept. All right, here's Christian. Accept. Hopefully it did it. There he is. Hi,
Hello,
Christian. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. All right, here's Vivi. Let's see when she comes. Hey, Vivi.
Hey, Vivi.
Hey,
How's everyone? How's our Fridays?
doing good. I was actually like trying to ticket for a concert just now.
Oh my gosh, for who?
It's a K-pop group, Twice. I could not get tickets.
Oh no, that sucks. That's funny. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. We have a few people joining us. But yes, welcome back to IG Lives. They have been gone for a few months, but they're back and we are better than ever. We are going to be talking about art and the impact that it can have on our mental health and how we can find therapeutic benefits in art and express ourselves through art. Before we get started, I'm going to do our quick disclaimer and funding statement, and then we'll go ahead and get started into the talking points. So, Connect OC is a coalition dedicated to increasing accessibility to mental health services for Orange County transitional aged youth and young adults and their families by networking them to local community mental health resources. So, you can find out more at connect-oc.org. That is in our bio if you want to find out more information on that. Just a quick note, we are not mental health professionals. Our focus is strictly going to be about art therapy and how it impacts us individually and our own experiences. And if anybody has any questions or anything that can be more clinical and would benefit from the advice of a mental health professional, we encourage you to take a look at some of our safe stories. We have a lot of resources on there for you if you need it, or you can visit our website again. And then Connect OC is funded by the OC Healthcare Agency, the Behavioral Health Services in the Office of Suicide Prevention through the Mental Health Service Act, Prop 63. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So my first question for you both, feel free to chime in. So what is art therapy and how does it help for you?
So I'll go ahead and start it off. So art for me, it can be in any form of outlet that sparks creativity. So this comes in forms such as journaling, painting, drawing, dancing, whatever art form that interests you. For me personally, I enjoyed expressing my thoughts and feelings through little poems that eventually I put together in a book. So each poem I wrote still holds strong memories and emotions that I had during the time I wrote them. So writing poetry for me got me through a hard time in my life where I was keeping everything bottled up inside. And instead of having those feelings eat away at me, I chose to put them into words. So, like poetry did for me, art therapy is meant to enhance mental well-being because these different outlets you really express your emotions without having to actually talk about your feelings.
Nice, that's beautiful. Thank
Yeah, art for me is a really good thing for my mental health actually because I love doing art in general. But when I do art, I have something that I can focus on rather than like what's bothering me as well. So when I do art, I don't think about the problems like that I have, but rather I'd rather have something that I can invest time in and then think about that and not worry. So it's like a kind of like, I don't know, like a getaway in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
And then like through art, it's also a way that I can express myself.
Mm-hmm.
So and then rather than using words sometimes, because like it's kind of hard to find the actual words of how you're feeling. So through art, I can use colors or any type of what I find inspiring,
Mm-hmm.
and I will use that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, do you find that, the art therapy and creating that, it does help track your mental health and kind of helps you kind of gauge where you're at and just really get to be in connection with your emotions and get to really see what's kind of going on in there inside your brain. Maybe you may not even realize it and it comes out, and it's a beautiful thing of self-expression and things like that. So I think that's really awesome for you guys. So we can go ahead and get started on our sharing segment. So we have a few artists that are going to be sharing their art with us. And I think I have the first one's gonna be Brittany. Brittany Wiggum. If she could go ahead and request to join, she can go ahead and start us off and show us her art if she's with us. Is she with us? Let me see.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, she is. Okay. Yeah, I just need her to request to join. If she can. Awesome. Here she is. All right. She's coming. Hi,
Hi.
Brittany.
Hi.
Hi. So nice to meet you and see you. So we would love to see what you're going to be showcasing for us today. So go ahead and show us your art piece and then give us just a little bit of background behind it.
Okay, so it's my sketchbook around
Oh, nice.
I was sharing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this is a sketch of a delicate. I don't know if you want me to keep.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, you're great there.
So this is a sketch I did of delicate in Utah, which actually came from a graph that was. Background behind. I don't know. I just got this birthday. I haven't had it so long because so I got this sketchbook in my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing things to drawing. I definitely draw from like real life. So this is actually pretty difficult for me. I feel like it came out pretty well. And I'm happy with it. And I didn't think that I could draw it. And then I finished and I was like, wow, that looks exactly like so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so just a quick question. So, how does using art, how does that help support you in your mental health journey?
So using art in my mental health journey, I have some notes here. I actually recently just moved to California. So it's definitely been hard to figure everything out. I went on a road and then I went back home for like in Chicago and then I moved here like 3 weeks, just picked up my life and moved. And I feel like art has been a really good outlet for me to kind of slow down and take a minute to breathe because I feel like I'm constantly trying to find a place to live. I just got a job and I was really stressed with finding money, like mental health and just different is keeping myself sane. And I like to draw. Now I don't have access to paint and being able to do that, but being able to draw for an hour a day at like a shop has helped me so much. Being able to just de-stress, relax. It also meet people. I mean, that's how I met Christian. He walked up, hey, you're an artist. I'm like, so I've met so many people through that. And, I mean, human connection is just a great way to also self mentally.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so great that you met Christian that way. I think that's super interesting. So do you have any advice just how to begin using art as a tool for maybe someone that may be struggling themselves?
I think I mean, if you are an artist, whether you are or not, I feel like just finding that inner child and giving yourself like 30 minutes to an hour. I think the things that we feel like we don't have time for. Like I personally journal every morning. And so many of us are so busy or we're too upset or we don't have the time or anything. Like we're too stressed to sit down and draw or sit down and play the guitar. Maybe that's your creative outlet. I think just setting aside time every day and actually working on that is super important, and it's a good small step. I mean, day drawing or playing an instrument, dancing. Um, I think it doesn't have to be a huge act, or even getting together with friends would be a great thing, like a paint party.
Those are great. Those are awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. And I love that, it doesn't take much. And when it comes to art, it's so fluent. It's so whatever you want it to be, that it's so therapeutic to so many people and reaches such a greater audience than something more specific than that. So, Brittany, it was a pleasure to see your art and to get to talk to you for a bit. Um, Thank you so much for your time and for being with us.
Of course,
Yeah.
Thank
guys.
Good.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right, so our next artist is, I think it's Jaren. Um, I'm gonna wait for him to request to join if he's here.
Yeah, Jaren should be here.
Okay, there he is. Cool. All right, I got his request. So whenever he's ready.
Hey,
Hi.
What's up?
Welcome. So I'm going to start off by saying thank you for joining us and taking time out of your day and week. And if you're in finals right now, to share some art with us, it is very appreciated. So if you could show us a piece that you are going to showcase for us, and then just give us a little bit of background on it. Those are awesome.
Okay, so I created these partially because I was bored and had some like extra paint laying around, but more so because I actually enjoy the process of customizing shoes and things that I wear. It makes it unique and something that represents nobody else other than me. And my main expression of art is like through fashion, and customizing this pair allowed me to discover a new hobby that I can display through my fashion.
Oh, that is so cool. Those are sick.
Thank
Um,
you.
a quick question for you.
hmm
How has art supported you in your mental health journey?
So, the meaning of this piece is like not really through the appearance, but rather the process. Although a seemingly simple design, the process took multiple hours and it was very cathartic. So it allowed me to just express my feelings or like express my creativity in a way that like not many other people do. And the strokes of the brush, the freedom of expression, and the finished product are all like components of the painting process that bring me joy.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you have any advice on someone that may be struggling and seeking for an outlet? Why choose art and how can they get started?
Have a goal in mind. That's why I started. I first wanted to like paint shoes for my good friend, and customize something for her. And then I ended up loving the process of painting, and then I just kept doing it for myself and for others as well.
Hmm.
And yeah,
Yeah, those are awesome. You are
thank
very
you.
gifted.
Thank
Well,
you.
it was a pleasure having you on with us. Thank you so much for your time again, and we appreciate it. We hope you have a great Christmas and rest of your week.
You
So,
too.
thank you.
Happy
thanks, Jaren.
Bye.
holidays. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. So Christian, you're next. Show us your art piece
So,
and give us some background.
cool. So, I have a poem. So, I'll just go ahead and read it. So, sometimes we don't realize the pain and hurt someone goes through. We don't see the things they do. We don't feel the way they feel. It's hard to tell someone, don't worry, or you'll be okay. We don't know if it will be okay. We can't tell them not to worry because we don't know what they are going through. They have been knocked to the floor, have gone up, fall. They are fighting, but losing the fight. Mental illness is not something we don't see. It's something that can be easily cured. To understand how they feel, see how they deal with the mental health challenges they go through, we just don't realize how much pain, how much torture, how much of life they are missing. See what's behind the smile, the laughter, because under all that is a sad, lonely, broken soul. A soul crying for help, reaching out for someone to ask them, are you okay? Do you need help? So if you need help, reach out, speak out, and stand out. No one will know how hard the fight is until you tell someone how much you need a hand. You are not alone. Everyone is fighting. get the help you need. Someone will realize what you're feeling. They will see what you see. They will feel what you feel. So don't worry, it'll be okay.
Snap, snap, snap.
Thank
That was
That's
beautiful.
amazing. Yeah. So give us the background, Miranda. What was in your mind when you were writing this?
So my process while I was writing was so during the time I was very depressed. And, I was going through a lot during high school. So at the time I didn't have to talk to like so I chose poetry as an outlet for me to express the words I could not say to others. So this is kind of like me giving to someone like me that help at the time.
Hmm, that's beautiful. Um, so, and do you have any advice on someone like that may be struggling, that needs to find an outlet, that's looking towards art? How would you help them?
I would say the biggest advice would be that art is not about becoming a great artist. It's about finding meaning and connection in your life. So, if you feel drawn to something like drawing or dance or music, just start it and just like don't think about it. Just let it flow, and then it'll come to you naturally.
Yeah, good advice. That's good. Yeah, I think I resonate. I'm not like the best like drawer or like things like that. But like even like a coloring book, like I'm stressed out, I'm feeling down, I'm gonna go color. Like that
Mhm.
I'm not even good at coloring either. And it's like, but I do it and I like it gives me like so much like rest and relaxation. And it's just so beneficial to mental health. So it's like awesome that you said that, you don't have to be an artist to make art. You can, be a doodling in your notebook. It can literally be anything as simple as that. So that's awesome. And last but not least, we have Vivi. She's gonna share something with us as well.
Okay, so this is my art piece. It's like a watercolor piece, and it's like
That's
shows the palette right here.
I
So
love.
basically, this one is actually like pretty important to me because it was like a study that I was trying to learn art, but also it was a reminder for me to like focus on one thing. So this piece is actually pretty cool because I actually only use one color. So
Oh
this
wow.
whole entire thing is only one paint color that I actually use water to dilute into different shades. And it really helped me focus actually because when like art similar to real life, there's so many like different mediums and so many colors you can choose from. And that reminds me of how like in life I'm stressed out so many things at once. Everything piles on top of each other. So
Mhm.
for this, it allowed me to kind of focus, like, okay, choose one thing and see what I can like perfect. And through this actually really helped me think about choosing one thing and then working towards it and mastering it, and it helped me a lot. And just like you said previously, how art can actually help me track my mental health.
Mhm.
So through this, I was actually created more studies for watercolor in my sketchbook. And then it's really cool because like while you can also see your mental health either improve and stuff, you can also see your art skills improve because through the art you create, over time you'll learn the skills to apply to your art as well. So I think that's really important.
Yeah, that's a good point. Um, so how overall has art supported you throughout your mental health journey?
So I loved art ever since I was little. And whenever I was stressed, I would just pull out my sketchbook and just draw whatever came to mind. Negative thoughts, I was just like, how would I convey that into a drawing? Or even positive thoughts. And then even like when I see something that just like so inspired, like the sky is so pretty, I'm like, oh, I really need to like create an art piece based on this. Because then after that, it reminds me of like at that moment, I felt really happy or like genuinely inspired, like just by seeing the clouds or something like that. So I think art really like helps me focus on something and also remind me of what I appreciate in life.
Yeah, that's awesome. And last question, do you have any advice for someone who may be looking for mental health, mental wellness improvement through art?
Honestly, just pick up anything and start. Like just you can even pick up a pen. Maybe with a pencil, you feel like you have to be perfect and you keep going back and erasing, keep fixing and fixing. But with a pen, you can't change it. You just start drawing, and later, like over time, you'll get better also. But yeah, it's just like that. You just pick it up and just doodle a little bit. It's okay if it looks bad or anything, because it's like art is so subjective, and if it's personal to you, and if it's like makes you happy, it will be like
Mm,
important to you. So I think it's
yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, this is so random, but at Disneyland they have this animation academy where like you go in and you like learn how to draw like Disney characters like from an actual like Disney animator. So it's like super cool. And then you like walk in and there's like these pencils but no erasers. And they always like point out that there's no eraser because they're like, we don't want you to have perfection. Like we want you to have the sketches and the rough sketches and the just like the awkward shapes that are like in throughout your drawing. Like we want it to be unique and genuine. And I think that's something that is so important and so awesome, like that speaks volumes when it comes to therapy and art and the relativeness to mental health. I think it's super interesting. It's like it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Like it's it's good. Like I just thought that
Yeah,
was
like
so
you can't
awesome.
erase certain parts of you.
Yeah,
Like that's you.
yeah,
Embrace it and just like love yourself. And through
yeah.
that, it's like an analogy that you can focus on as well.
Yeah, you can take that into anything in life. That's awesome. Thank you both. Those are awesome pieces of art and such deep meanings, and they're so beautiful each in their own way. So I have pinned a comment. That is our survey. If you all would love, we would love if you would fill our survey out for us. There might be a little prize in store. So, if you fill out the survey, go ahead and send us a direct message letting us know. Um, and we'll be more than happy to may or may not to be sending you something in an email. So it's pretty much the survey talks about just how this event kind of helps you understand mental health and just your perceptions on mental health and things like that. So we would really appreciate it if you would do that. We also have resources if you need them on connect-oc.org. We have an awesome resource directory that you can use, that you can filter out the results to population and to your needs. So whatever you may need and whatever population you identify with, we have resources for you. So please don't be afraid to look at those and really get informed on the resources that we have in Orange County. So that concludes our Art IG Live. Thank you both for joining me in this awesome just in session of just having conversations about art and getting to share art and talk about like what you love about it and how it really just speaks to you guys. And it was so amazing to see. Yeah, so it was great to talk to you both. Hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend and great Christmas and holiday season. Yeah, so further
Thank you
ado,
for
we will end with
hosting.
that. Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Have a
Good
good one,
luck to everyone
everyone.
with finals as well.
Yeah, good luck with finals. Those are going to be insane.
Do art if you're stressed.
Do art, yes. Um, awesome. All right, it was a pleasure. We will talk to you all later.
Happy
Thanks.
holidays.
Happy
Bye.
holidays. Bye.